Not going to give a whole lot of leash, particularly to Anglin. He's a guy that's never thrown more than 3 2/3 innings in any appearance, and that's a good way to start it.
Geloff first pitch swinging, out number 1, down second in the conference with 59 strikeouts as the day begins. He's 4th in ERA at 2.49, and he delivers a first pitch that hits Kier Meredith. 2-2. Little nubber right where he wanted to place it. It'll go as a hit, first and second. No one out to start things out for Clemson.
To work the count.
Did he go? Yes, he did, says the third base umpire, Chris Ward, on the appeal, and that's the first strike. Tigers catcher at third. Geloff on to first, and Clemson missing an opportunity. Tigers had him second and third with just 1 out.
Hey everyone, Wheels here. I want to remind you all to hit that subscribe button because over 80% of you watching right now are not subbed to the channel. It's completely free and helps me out a lot. Thanks everyone, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
So far for Anglin. Right side Henderson, fast man running, not going to matter. And they will score at E4 and a 2-out base runner team with 3 homers, and he leads the Cavaliers with 18 batted in. Henderson gets to make amends. Wind's still a bit of a factor. He'll range to his left, and that's out number 3, 2.5 here at Doug Kingsmore State. Summer and really into the fall. And leadoff walk here in the third for Clemson, and Elijah Henderson pitched to start out this ball game, looking to lay one down for a hit, and he put it in no man's land. And for the second time in this game, Clemson will have runners on first and second with none out. And ball 4. Had to figure Brewer could not have really enjoyed the setup there. He pitch coming to James Parker. Right side, nice job, Codier bobbles. He'll get the 1 out at first. Run will score, and the Tigers break on top.
Well, with the bases loaded, nobody out, the worst case scenario for you if you put a ball in.
In need of his 4th strikeout of the game, and he'll get it. Goes off speed, 79 miles an hour. He's got a chance to work out of things. 2-2. Looper, left field. Gonna get a couple home. A 2-out, 2-run single for Adam Hackenberg, and Clemson opens up the lead to 3-0.
Pete, that was the line drive equivalent of the little squibber that Dylan Brewer hit back in the first inning. Tough break for Abbott. But if you're Hackenberg, a good 2-strike approach here as he just reaches down and pokes one out into the outfield, finds a little bit of real estate, and a 2-run score to extend the Clemson lead, put a crooked number on the scoreboard here in the third.
And moved runners into scoring position. So they didn't even get the lead man, and too often you see where they at least get the lead man instead of the double play. Had a changeup, and we can make you a starter because he'd been great out of the bullpen. Bryce Teodosio, a leadoff single to start the Tigers' 4th.
It's 1.
3-1 pitch. Little bloop over the drawn-in infield, and the Tigers lead 4-0. That would have been a lazy pop to short had they not been pulled up. Henderson, his 8th RBI of the season. He reaches base for a second time. He's 1 for 1 and has added another log on the fire for his Tigers team.
Baseball's a funny game, Pete. Sometimes when you're going good, those balls find a way. And right there, if he, like you said, if he hits that ball with the infield playing back or regular, it's a little pop-up. But because of the wild pitch and because Teodosio is able to advance, it creates a lot of real estate in the shallow outfield. And Henderson will take a big hit with a runner in scoring position.
And that's going to get over the reach of the shortstop, Kent. Henderson over to third, first and third now with 2 away. Brewer has a 2-hit ball game so far. And a line drive left field. It'll get down. Another run comes home. Another RBI for Parker, his 2nd of the game. Give him 21 on the season, and the lead grows to 5-0. With 2 runs so far here in the 4th.
That one, not anything cheap about it. That was ripped off the bat for doubles.
0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 6 strikeouts in the game for Abbott. 3 times he has gotten the Tigers cleanup hit plus drive outside of New York City. Right on the New York line, a called strike 3, and in a New York minute, Anglin able to turn that around. Back in the third and was left stranded. Swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts in the game, 2 in the inning, and
a lot of center fielders in the college game have.
Backhanded nicely by Kent. Fast man running, and the ball unable to be scooped at first. Teodosio will head on down to second. It'll be a single and an E6. That's unfortunate because Kent made such a nice play.
And every mound's a little different.
Popped up. Let's see if it stays in play. First baseman Ortiz, and that's out number 3. Tigers leave him on first and second, but we head to the 6th. Clemson up 5-0 on Virginia. Did he go? Indeed he did. And a half a dozen strikeouts now. Mary earlier in the week. High chop, Wagner. Throwing high. And Geloff will stay at first. Let's see if that'll be scored, a hit or an error. Little nubber, Anglin. Might be his final batter faced in the game, and a very clean 6 innings. Just the 1 hit allowed in this frame. Tigers lead 5-0 on a 3-2 delivery and a little looper. And any questions about the ball game and that hit earlier that was ruled for Geloff will
now it resets a bit for you.
Right field going to be a long run for Brewer. He won't get there. Extra bases for Ortiz. And over to third goes Rivoli. And for the first time this afternoon, the Cavaliers actually have something going. And he could really change the look of this if he runs into one here. Left side, Wagner. Wind not as much of a factor as it was before our delay. In fact, you can see the sun has come back out. That's out number 1. 1-2. Parker. Let the run score. Low in the dirt. Good job by Grice. So you trade the out for the run. Now 2 away. Makes it a 5-1 game. Right center field, Brewer. And that's out number 3.
17 pitches, really good outing for a freshman, still trying to kind of find his role in this pitching staff.
4-pitch walk for Hackenberg. Wyatt delivers the 1-2, gets away. Hackenberg down to second, and still the catcher not really sure where it is as Rivoli was looking everywhere, and will let Hackenberg get all the way around to third. Virginia picked up in the top half of the 7th. Drawn in infield. Kent's throw, runner coming, tag made, and the out. Scored 6-2. Really nice job on both ends as Rivoli had to reach across home plate and then back across to make the tag.
It's a super play. Infield pretty much halfway in, not quite all the way, but a good job, a good instinctive play by Kent. Teams really haven't scored on him all that much.
Called strike 3. 8th strikeout of a Tiger by Cavaliers pitching in the game. Well, I think we might want to check some scores around the league at some point. And also some action on the base pass and coming through up the middle. Testing the arm of Newell. Here comes Hall. He'll score standing up. And indeed, an RBI single for the Tigers left fielder Meredith. The lead is back out to 5 runs at 6-1.
Kier Meredith struggled to start this year, as you see teammates Mob and Sam Hall in there. That's a great feeling for him and a great feeling for them. 6 hits in 2 games for Kier. This is a guy who's in the leadoff hole hitting about the Mendoza line, just a hair over 200 before the start of the series last week against NC State.
On-time pitching coach and Carl Kuhn. Inside the line for Parker. Keep an eye on Meredith. He'll be held at third. Parker will wheel into second with a 2-out double. Tigers have him in scoring position. And right back to the mound. Easy throw to first. Overall at 14 and 15 and dropped to 6 and 13 in the league. That 6-6 frame of Grice almost took that one out of the air, but a second straight hit for Ortiz. 4th in the game for Virginia.
To righties for a strike, it really can throw him for a loop.
Wagner got leather on it. I think they'll probably score that a hit, and they will. It'll be a 5th in the contest for the Cavs. The 2nd here in the 9th to keep the inning alive. Again, the 1-2 from Clark. Hall diving stab to second, and that'll do it. Sam Hall appeared in the bottom of the 8th as a pinch runner. He scored a run, and he makes a couple of nice defensive plays in the 9th and helps close out a 6-1 Clemson victory over the Cavaliers of Virginia.